I do wonder if the axe was the only choice. Maybe I could have turned it into an actual sword.
I see you have already tested out my new spell. Did it work?
See for yourself. Works like a charm.
Mugs, does Dice still teach you how to do card tricks?
Yeah, he still teaches me tricks and shuffling techniques. You know, the key to it is essentially just misdirection. I actually started carrying around a deck of cards everywhere to practice with.
You got it. Come on. Oh well.
No! Oh, sorry. Again.
You'll get there. It took myself months to learn.
But, wait. Don't you just have your card levitating powers?
How do you think I developed those?
You got your powers by doing card tricks?
Pretty much. You spend each day practicing and learning and getting quicker and quicker until it becomes as easy as magic.
Huh. Did you learn how to change pictures on the cards by doing that as well?
Yup. It's all just the same card manipulation.
Wow. Do you think I'll be able to do the same?
I bet on it. After all, you've got a teacher as amazing as me, don't you?
Did someone teach you as well?
Yep. Who? Only the best teacher in the world.
Which is?
Money and greed.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Before we get into another video, we have a sponsor today. Yeah! Who is it, you ask? Well, it's none other than Raid Shadow Legends, baby! And it's a free online MMORPG. Woohoo! You can get acquainted with so many amazing character designs and build up your own amazing team. A producer and manager of the channel, Sharves, loves this game, and she's quite fond of the little quirks it has, like how the characters fall over when they die. She personally finds it funny. Raid has an amazing amount of content, and it's a fresh breath of air compared to other games, being daring, strong, and bold in its mechanics and gameplay. You can also play it on mobile as well as PC. Isn't that neat? There are heaps of champions to be collected, and Sharv's personal favourite is her starter champion called Elhard, who has gotten her out of so many ruts. Raid is an absolute recommendation from us and Sharvs personally. Also, one more thing we're super duper excited to talk about. Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you're a new player, you'll get 100,000 silver plus 2 clan boss keys, plus 10 mystery shards, plus 1 free champion. Adjudicator. And if that name doesn't speak for itself, I think it does. So go check it out. We have more links in the description, and keep being awesome, you wonderful people. Raid, thank you for sponsoring us. Genuinely, thank you. Genuinely for sponsoring us. And let's get on to the video.
Hey, Devil, do you have any regrets? If so, what's your biggest? Sorry if I already answered.
If everything that happened had to have happened for me to end up where I am right now, then I regret nothing.
And Devil, would you ever want back your wings?
I will never understand why you people feel the need to justify your actions using him. Nor will I ever understand how someone could believe that a prayer is enough to make up for their actions. You just can't take responsibility. I did it in God's name. The devil made me do it. See, always pinning it on someone else, and at the same time putting all your life under the volition of another being. the guilt, the self-pity, the regret? Is it so strong that you can't help it that you would sacrifice your free will? I would rather ravish in the thought of regretting actions that I choose with my own free will than live content committing actions that someone else chose for me. Nobody chooses for me. Nobody controls me. He will not control me.
Devil, dice, cups, and mugs. Do any of you believe in fate? Or rather, someone being doomed to fail?
I don't know. I don't really think about it that much. Maybe? Like, if the devil exists, then, well, maybe that means fate exists as well. And if it does, then I hope fate's got plenty of luck and riches coming my way. Fate is defined as a development of events outside a person's control, or to be destined or predetermined by a supernatural force to act in a certain way. So, by that, the existence of fate would mean that free will or even random chance does not exist. And does free will actually exist? I mean, seeing how we rarely do have supernatural forces acting on the world, this question that could have stayed philosophical and conceptual now actually carries much more heavy weight to it. Are we actually free? Honestly, I don't think we are. I don't think fate as we define it exists. But I think certain events predetermine the happening of future events, like a ripple effect. We don't really have control of our decisions because we can't control what we want or how one event might lead to another. Call this more psychological evaluation of the question. And if we can control something, we like to think that something else that is intelligent and sentient, for example, a deity, is controlling it. Because the thought of randomness and chance controlling our lives is, well, scary. And is there a deity controlling our lives? Well, the fact that my boss is Satan begs the assumption that yes, there is. But I won't take that as a key to a straight answer because here's the kicker. How much control does that deity really have, and does that deity have free will himself?
Fate is a huge, cruel, messy game of poker. Some people are luckier than others, and some people might say that once the cards are drawn, the winners are decided before the game even begins. And you can either be complacent and just roll with it, thinking, it's destined to happen the way it does, or you can learn when to fold, when to bet, how to read your opponents, and make things play out how you want them to. Fate is another fancy illusion. It's up to you if you fall for it. Okay, take it from someone who saw the fabric of space and time get created. If you define fate as a set of events pre-written by a higher being, then you also have to define fate as a poorly written script made by someone who is just as clueless as the creatures he's writing the script for. A script you definitely have the potential to go against. It's a very weak script, and whether or not someone is doomed to do something really stems down from whether you perceive that something as bad or not. There is no objective fate. The script was written by a subjective mind.
Does it really matter though? Like, in the end, we'll still live our lives however we live them.
Not meaning to sound rude or anything to you boys, but why does Cuphead get so mad when people talk about Elder Kettle?
Mad? I don't get mad. A little annoyed, maybe, but I don't get mad. He doesn't mean to appear that way, but, well, sometimes when he gets emotional, he becomes defensive. Please don't think he means any harm or anything.
Mr. King Dice, you already told cups and mugs about the meanings of diamonds and spades, but you never talked about clubs and hearts. What do they represent?
Oh, right, I didn't talk about those two, did I? Well, clubs are all about knowledge, thinking, innovation, the future.
They're communicators, they're creative, they're thinkers, educators, and are stubborn as a mule. They can be quite bullheaded, but either way, they always find new ways to subvert the status quo. They can change things. Hearts are... about what you'd expect. Love, family, the soul, all that soft schmuck. They're social, they're emotional, they're lively. And a pretty self-explanatory suit. Just look at the symbol. Closely.
King Dice, where are your parents now? If they're dead, then how did they die?
Ma died of some... lung disease? Pops got shot in the street after... somebody who just happened to have been in contact with him. Sold his location when he was on the run to a group of rivals. For some cash. But you know, it's just business. Easy money.
Dice! I just wanted to know, out of everything in the world you could take back, from a bad choice to a simple lie, what would it be? Dice, do you have any regrets? If so, what's your biggest? Sorry if Hardy answered.
Of course I have regrets. Regrets are inevitable. I used to collect them like those demons collect souls. Though, when I began accepting who I really am, some of the regrets went away. But that does mean that the biggest ones stayed. And you're not gonna get to find out what those are.
Hey, Dice, how often do you think about your family anymore?
I don't dwell on it. On that or regrets. What happened, happened. It'd be a waste of time.
To King Dice, is there anything you really regret of not doing?
We just have to play what we get dealt to the best of our ability. Manipulate it to favor us and stop feeling sorry for ourselves.
Dice, do you ever wish that your parents were better people? And do you have any visible scars from the cigarettes? Talk about it to Muggs. He might be able to at least be ears to listen to you. If anything, it might just be nice to talk about it.
Want to know the best way to hurt someone? The best way to hurt someone is to do it from a place of love. They won't suspect it. They'll justify it for you. They'll keep coming back. Because they desire, they want, they all want so much. Money, guns, drugs, hookers, all of it. They build houses of cards around themselves and pretend it makes them bigger than life. But love is the ultimate poison. No money or guns can make you feel the pain that love does. Make them want love from you, and the cut will run so much deeper. You know how that feels, don't you? You are that cut. You are the outcome of that pain. I used to have so much love. I used to be beautiful, and then you ruined me. You are my burden. You are bad luck. My bad luck. That is the best way to hurt someone.